Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Real Estate. In today's video, we're going to look at the Finley Elementary School neighborhood and see what's been going on in the last 2 months. Hopefully that can give you a good understanding of what's selling, what just received offers, and what are available. And I'll break it down by square footage and some of the features of the different age homes and pricing, because of there's some pricing issue there too because of it. So let's dive into it. I hope you guys are doing well. So we're going to take a quick look at what's available for sale right now. There are a lot of these 3-level brand new homes that are available, starting at low 700. They're starting at around 2,400 square feet. And as you might know, these the lot size is pretty small. It's like 0.08, 0.07 ish. So the livability of the lot is not so good, but in return, you get more square footage because there are 3 levels. And in this case, this one is going to have some like a sloped lot in the back. So it's going to have like a daylight, the basement type of situation. And a lot of these units have the living room, main living space on the 2nd level here. Because of the garage, they may have some small office space in the back, but it's not huge on the main level. And I think overall, I mean, based on the buyers that I've worked with, they prefer homes like this. 2003 built. This one is 0.12 acres, so it's a much bigger lot. It's gonna have some, backyard and the living room and the kitchen and everything on the main level. And this one, almost 2,500 square feet for like $775,000. 2003 built. This one is a brand new one. It's a 2-story, 2,700. So this one, this one is going to be kind of challenging for the listing above. I mean, price is almost the same. I mean, but yeah, the yard situation is going to make the difference, I'm thinking. Yeah, one thing about some of these views, when you see like an open view like this, it's very deceptive, but there's going to be another house going in it, pretty soon. So it's hard to kind of vision that, but that's the reality. Let's see, here's another one, 2002 build, 0.13 acres, 2,700 feet for about $800,000. Here's another brand new one, 3-level, 2,700 for about $800,000. So it's kind of like a back-to-back, kind of resale home and brand new home, kind of competing at a very similar square footage at very similar price. So this is what I wanted to bring up because of this. So I mean, it's going to have a very different style of homes, but the price per square foot is going to be very similar between these two. And so it really affects like, the marketability and everything. And I would think that different buyer groups will prefer one or the other. But when you're competing against brand new homes, it gets kind of tough for the resale home sellers. But that's what's happening on the last 4 listings. Here's a much bigger one, about 3,000 square feet for $825, and the lot size is getting bigger, 0.18 acres, 3-car garage, which is nice to have, 2001 built. Here's 950 Bannister. And yeah, Bannister neighborhood, you're going to see a lot bigger homes, 6-bath, 4-bath, probably 3.5-bath for about 3,400 square feet, 0.11 acres. And let's see, here's 1.1 and 3,400, 0.32 acres, 1995 built. And then you're going to see some of the pending listings. So this one is the lowest pending single-family home in Findley Elementary School, about 1,800 square feet for $615,000, 321, 2002 build, 0.14 acres. So as you can see, that people are willing to get into a lower price, smaller square foot, but with some yard. My guess is that brand new homes incentives are crazy nowadays. Monthly payment difference wouldn't be that much different between this and like $700,000 homes in the first few years because of the rate buy downs and everything. But this is what's been selling. And here's another one. This one looks like in yeah, Bower Highlands, where I live. $700,000, 2,500 square feet. That's a nice price. Yeah, it has a very unique feature back here. Like here's a family room, but this section is covered. I mean, open. I see. That's good to see. 760 K on Banff. Yeah, Banff, you're going to find this like a mid 1900 square feet year build, but with a bunch of a lot of rooms, a lot of in-law suites and things like that. It's kind of unique neighborhood because of it. That one, 760K pending. That's good. 875, 1999 built, 0.17 at around 3,000 square feet. 53, 920, 3,400 square feet, 0.24 acres, 1995. 1.1, 2019 built, 5. That went. Oh yeah, it just sold within 5 days. That's nice. About 3,400 square feet on Thompson Road. Here's 1.15, 3,745 square feet, 2017 built. That one too. I mean, within two days. That's really fast moving there. Here's a brand new one just went under contract in 8 days, 2025, 2,400 square feet for about $800,000. 3644, 925K, 0.12 acre, 2016 built. That took a while, about 42 days. 209 is the total days on the market, so they've been on the market quite a bit. They probably had some price reductions, whatnot. Here's 1.55, 1,500 square feet-ish, 2000 built, 0.37 acres. And then here's 2.1. I think this one is the most expensive one that went under contract in the last 2 months. 1989 built, about 5,300 square feet for 2.1 million, 0.61 acres. This one sold pretty fast too, in 2 weeks. So let's talk about the summary. So it's when you actually summarize everything, it becomes kind of interesting to me, at least. This kind of give you a good overall, snapshot. And as you can see, 9 actives, 7 pending, and 4 sold. So this is in the last 2 months. If you look at the price per square foot, the sold one is $316 per square foot, and the pending one is $292 per square foot. And then, the selling speed wise, so in 2 months, 9 out of 7 selling, basically. That's what you can kind of see it that way. And then sold is 4, and we just came out of winter, so 7 pending, so it's regular stuff, seasonality. Spring market just sells a little bit more. One thing to pay attention here is this, 92.94%, that is sold price per original list price. Meaning when you put on the market, you may have to do some price adjustment, but at the end, you sell about 7% less than you originally listed at. And this seems to be the trend because, we typically price the homes based on what's recently sold. Let's say 3 months comes, and then like last month pending. That number is going to be more likely higher than what's going forward, meaning market is slightly declining still. So pricing right in the current market, I think, is really important still, because you could be sitting on too high of a price for too long, and you could lose some of the marketability momentum. And but this gap between the active and pending, 300 versus 292, it's not huge. So I think it tells me that the current active listing price is pretty good, in my opinion. And yeah, right now, because of the resale homes, So yeah, right now the resale homes and brand new homes are kind of competing against each other. Buyers have two options: one with 3 level, but almost no yard, brand new home, and you get some incentives on the buying side. So when you buy, or the other one is resale homes without the home buyer incentives like a rate buy down most likely, but you get yard, you get more of a traditional homes rather than those 3 level homes. So the buyers have those options. And as you might know, I mean, a lot of home buyers seem to buy homes in this neighborhood for like school district. A lot of very, very set for that school district, it seems, whenever I work with the buyers. And the pricing wise, I think that can be a little bit tricky. You have to know that similar size homes are selling as a brand new, just a couple blocks up. So pricing your resale home, you have to kind of do a good adjustment on what you get and what you don't get, which is what you get is a yard, regular traditional layout, more walkable neighbor. That's not the right one. More established neighborhood versus brand new, and then more likely there's going to be less HOA versus more HOA fees. But on the other hand, you get brand new homes, so you don't have to do any maintenance, hopefully. And then you're going to get a huge, the builders, lenders incentives. And so that's what's happening. This is probably the slowest market in our neighborhood. We should see a lot more listings by now, but we still aren't seeing that many homes. And so if you are thinking about selling, in my opinion, the sooner the better. I'm talking about this year, because of lack of competing listings. Buyer demand or number is not going to change that much for the next about 3-4 months, because the Fed chair nomination just was made, then needs to go through the Senate, and once that job, the new person, whoever that might be, that job starts in May. And if the new Fed chair wants to cut the rates, more likely they should. I mean, that's a whole other debate here. But for the housing market, for the whole economy, for the consumer, I think cutting is the right thing to do at this point. And I know a lot of home buyers are waiting for that cut because it's going to have more likely lower mortgage rate by then. So by this summer, we're going to see more buyer pool, but at the same time there are going to be more listings that are competing against you if you're thinking about selling this year. And so that's kind of like a fine balance. In my opinion, there are still buyers not ready to go. They're just waiting for the right home. There's tons of buyers like that right now. So I think you're going to have real qualified buyers, but less competition. Price per square foot wise, you may get a little bit more by this summer. Just looking at the seasonality, the summer is the highest price per square foot every year, pretty much the same. So right now pending is 292. By the summer it probably might go up to maybe 300, maybe 298. You may get $4 or $5 per square foot more. If you have a 2,000 square foot home, that's $10,000 more. But it's kind of hard to know how many listings are going to compete against you at that time. So yeah, so those are some of my thoughts. And if you want to know more specific your home value, feel free to give me a call. And also I can set you up the email alert so I can make your very specific, like very comparable home stylistically and location wise based on your house, so you can get more accurate sample data of what's really happening. You can get the alert email, so just text me your email and home address and I'll set that up so you can see what's really happening. Lastly, that a lot of these real estate data that you see on Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, they're about a month old. And they focus more in on the national data, not like our metro data. And so when you just listen to the big news sites, you can be misled because what they're talking about may not be relevant to where we are right now. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you feel free to call me or text me. I assume you live in this neighborhood. 503-515-4499. If you're outside of this Finley Elementary, I still cover most of the west side of, you know, Portland Metro, some of the east side too. So feel free to give me a call if you're watching and you live outside of Finley Elementary School. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.